So obviously when you are investing into Counter-Strike, there are a lot of websites that are really handy and can help you better analyze the CS market. Now, there are a lot of websites to choose from, but in this video, I'm just going to quickly, briefly go over through some of my favorite ones, the ones that I use on a day-to-day basis. But before we start that, I just want to say I am going to be giving away this XM1014 Monster Melt field tested. Now you might be saying, bro, there's no point even trying to enter this giveaway because this skin is only like 10 bucks, which you are right. I'm a small YouTuber, you know, well, I do have my major, but this is a small YouTube channel and I do want to give at least something to you guys because I've been getting a lot of support on my most recent video, and 200 subscribers, that's it. And all you gotta do is just comment. You can comment anything. However, through your comment and through your YouTube profile, I do need to be able to access your actual Steam account, so whether that is your Steam link or your Steam trade URL, literally anything. So now you've probably seen this one. There are some others which you may not know or may not know how to utilize completely. But this shows you the unboxing ROI for cases if you are a degenerate gambler. It also shows you armory. Sorry, I probably offended a lot of people. It shows sticker capsules, autograph capsules, souvenirs, patches, older operations. For some reason, if you want to know about that, older collections, pins and graffiti, and music kits. Now it shows you the unboxing ROI, the profit percentage, and investment ROI, and the investment ROI can go up to 1 month, 6 months, up to 1 year. And most importantly, it shows the active armory as well, so it shows you if you like where you should be putting your stars in, and it also shows you deals from you know, USD to Steam currency. So you buy this Mac 10 Oceanic Factory for $1.35 through CS Float, and you can sell for $2.18 on Steam. And also it shows you the terminal buddy. Now we'll be going over this. There should be some footage of it. So basically how it works is you share your screen through a video capture to CS ROI, and you show it you opening a CS terminal. Now it will put your float where and price and offer number that it will be seeing when you open the terminal, and it will compare the offer price to current Steam market prices and make an informed decision on your terminals. Now I opened this one a little bit ago. I got fuck all, but it shows you how much money you're going to be losing, including the cost of the terminal. So it's really, really interesting. And one thing to get taken away from that is terminals suck. If you look, I can just open all of these collections and waste so much money, but obviously it's not real. Now the second website I'm going to be covering is Price Empire. Now I feel like this website is not, you know, shown as much, it's not shown enough appreciation. This basically has it all, especially if you're a beginner. It has guides, so it shows you CS2 trading guides, CS2 pattern guides, so which patterns are valuable and which patterns you should look out for. For example, it shows you the case hardened, the legendary rarity, pattern 661, #1 blue gem. Obviously everyone knows that, but it also shows Doppler finishes and how they're valued, and fades percentages and how they are valued as well. They have offers, so like cheap skins for certain prices as well if you're interested in that. It also has a bunch of apps, so it shows you insights to the CS market. Now this just shows you, like, you know, all of these collections, all of that. Trending CS skins, so CS skins that have been pumping up in price. Okay, no data, okay, never mind. It shows you the market cap as well, which is interesting. Portfolio tracker, which is really awesome. I use this all the time just for if I want to track certain things on my account. Sniper, which snipes the best deals across only CS, but only buff right here, because buff's probably the best. Oh, it's live update. I didn't even know that. Whoa, that's really cool. Now next is csgoskins.gg. Everyone already knows about this website. I just need to show some appreciation. Like, I think it was like 1 hour after the new dead hand terminal released, I already had all of this information, obviously not the price information, but all of this information was released, and you could see completely every single different wares and what they look like. You can see completely specific wares and test them in servers, and obviously it shows you the price of it to a 3D view, which is awesome. But I mainly use this website all the time when I want to see what different wares look like. And obviously really important for knives and gloves as well, to see the float range and obviously how they look in different floats as well. Now that's basically the main reason why we use this site, but also obviously it's like the name suggests, has every single CS skin in the, and also as the skin, and also as the site suggests, it CSGO skins, it shows you every single CSGO skin and information on it. I might do a video, honestly, talking about the new prices, because some of them are pretty insane for the new dead hand terminal items. Also, something that I forgot to mention, this is post recording, it also shows you all of the charm wares too, and it's another slide, so you can just see exactly what different wares look like, patterns, and scroll on to see the color range. Moving on to CS Stonks case analysis. So this shows you all the drops, unboxed, and remaining quantities of every single case in the game, or I mean almost every single case in the game, and also shows you the lowest time to extinction. So the winter offensive weapon case won't likely be extinct in 28.6 months, but if it's continuing at this rate, it might be. For the Operation Vanguard weapon case, there has been 36 dropped, 20 million open, and 16 million remain, and it's going to be taking 1,000 months for the lowest time until it gets discontinued. But if you look at a case like the clutch case, it has multiple times the amount of remaining cases, but it's going to take 1/5 of the time to be extinct, or lowest time to be extinct. So why is this? Obviously because the demand for the weapon Vanguard case sucks, you know what I mean? There is still 16 million, but nobody's really opening it. Maybe that's because the golds, the value of the skins, etc, etc. So it gives you a really good gauge on understanding which cases are, you know, in demand and stuff. And that brings me to the next website, CSGO Case Tracker. It tracks all the cases in the game, the unboxed amount, so you can see from daily, weekly, or monthly. So obviously the Fever case, a really good case, the most unboxed in the past 1 month. It's been opened 2.6 million times, and it shows you the discontinued cases, confirmed rare are discontinued, actively dropping, and purchasable sections. And obviously because the purchasable and active dropping are the in the most supply, obviously they're going to be opened the most. And looking at the recoil case and fracture case, the two most recent ones to be removed out of the actively dropping pool, so that's why they are really high up in here as well. How they calculate this is they look on CS Float and they use this formula to identify how many cases have actually been opened. So using this in an example, if you look at the Prisma case, which the Steam price is going for $2.02, and you look at the Prisma 2 case, which is also going for $2.02, you can see, well, they're the same price, they're very similar cases. However, the Prisma 2 case has been opened, you know, 75,000 more cases have been opened for the Prisma 2 case than the Prisma case. So you'd be like, which one should I be investing in? Well, they're both fairly similar cases, but it obviously shows that the Prisma 2 case is the more favorable one to be opened. So maybe invest in the Prisma 2 case, you know what I mean? And my biggest investment is Prisma 2 case, but we're not going to go there. This video isn't talking about investments. But obviously, moving down on the most left-hand side, the lowest cases opened usually because they're really expensive. So it's not necessarily the best gauge on which one you should be investing, but it's really good for a more in-depth analysis. And last but not least, obviously everyone knows the CS float, but not everyone may utilize the float database. Now, This is really, really important for locating items. The database obviously is a database. It shows, you know, we are 1.6 billion skins across millions of inventories. Obviously, skins that are in public Steam inventories and not in storage units or containers, I'm pretty sure. So it's not every single skin, but it is a damn majority of them. So if you're gonna look for an example, AK case hardened, see the AK case hardened, there are about 11,000 roughly AK case hardened, but how many of them are in pattern 661, the legendary pattern? You'll see it's, I think, 138, 135 items. So you can go even further with this. You can be like, well, how many are factory new? And then you'll see only 11. And how many are stat track? Obviously, you can see the one here, right? And you can also see, oh, how many skins have the Titan Hollow? You just search that. You do search on database. Obviously, get rid of these other things, and then you'll see how many cases. See, 7,000 people wasted so much money by obviously applying these stickers. And you can also do multiple patterns. You can do charms and the charm pattern, rarity of the skins, collection of the skins, sources. So if is it from the Steam profile, is it from the Steam market, or is it unsold Steam market listings? The Steam ID of the owner, if you want to see if they are, you know, selling any items, the age of the creation of the skin, and obviously the price range. And if you want to buy one that's here, if it's listed on cs4, it will be green and you can directly purchase it. So those are my 6 most used websites. They'll all obviously all be linked in the description. If you knew all of these, I guess, then, you know, so what, make sure, if you enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe. Obviously give away at 200 subscribers, and apart from that, I'll see you in the next video.